Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Yahweh being true name, Heavenly Father. Yahushai being named His only begotten Son, the world Italy calls God, and Jesus Christ. I give double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, who taught us truth to rule well, and scienticity, hope like person's truth, and all honesty, sincerity. This is Billy Awasap. If you now listen to the spirit power, Yahweh Yahushai, and this lesson's coming to the spirit, going on the topic of what's coming up on November 1st. People are going to line up to pick a ruler over them. This is Deuteronomy 17 and 14. It's a message to the Hebrew Israelites. When thou art come unto the land which Yahweh thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. In verse 15 it says, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not, okay? Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. All right. A lot of you guys are lining up to the polls to elect a heathen nation to be over you. And both candidates are of the heathen nation of Esau, Edom, the Edomites, our enemies. And we're not even in the land that we're supposed to be set in, which is the land of Israel over there in the Middle East. We were carried away captive into a land our fathers have not known. A land spiritually called Egypt. A land of bondage. And over here in this land of bondage, you guys are putting total trust in this heathen nation to rule over you when they have done nothing but oppress you and rape, rob, killed, pillaged, and murdered you. You should not be lining up and fighting to the polls to vote over a devil to rule over you. There's so much information that has came out on the government system, the Illuminati, and the elites, and what goes on and deep within the politicians at the higher up at the top. And that's many sacrifices and demonic entities that's taking place. And you guys are electing to put that shit over you, man. And we went into the same thing when it came into the whole Biden administration. You know? And you guys were voting to put him in office over Trump. And we're telling you how evil both parties are and how this guy was a PEDO big time. And now y'all see the evidence that it came out over the years showing you what type of man this dude was. And we told you that he wasn't competent enough to rule. He's too old and, was going into, dementia. And you see it. And now his mental has progressed enough. He can't even run for a second term. And he done put his vice president, the devil, Kamala, in charge. And she's all-time wicked, man. She's incarcerated so many quote-unquote black people more than any other president that has been in office, man. Innocent black people, too, she done did that, too. And she just doesn't have the track record to rule over a nation. And the scriptures talk about how, you know, a woman is not supposed to be ruling over a man. But in a country where, you know, it is pushed of women worship heavily, of course you guys are lining up to do it. And she's pulling a card, a black card, and she's not even black. It came out that her grandfather owned slaves, man. Was an Edomite. Was an Edomite in blackface, in black skin, an Edomite. That had thousands and thousands of slaves. And the other side of her heritage is of Elam, East Indian. So you guys are electing a heathen nation to be over you, and you're trusting in a nation of wickedness. This is Isaiah 30, verse 3. It says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." Okay? You guys have lined up to trust in Egypt, man. We'll go up to verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Okay? So you take all type of counsel and covering and guidance on what you should do from anybody and everybody other than the Lord and other than the scriptures. The scriptures tell you exactly how a country is supposed to be ruled, how the politics should work. And that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And holding people accountable for sinning against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But y'all don't do that. The laws of this nation is not guided by the scriptures. They say in God we trust and all that stuff, but they're not talking about the God of the Bible, the God of Israel. They're talking about the spiritual demon, Satan. That's the God in whom America was founded on and trust in. And that's who they take counsel from. They add sin to sin here. They've legalized a woman marrying a woman and a man marrying a man. They're working on legalizing, bestiality and PDO files. All sorts of things, man. That says verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth the strength of themselves and the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You guys to completely trust in this dark shadow of this place and all the things that go on behind closed doors. Meanwhile, they're getting ready to collapse your money. They're getting ready to force a complete riot and chaos and civil war. And you trusted in them so much. They're getting ready to starve you to death. Shutting down your stores. And then they use, weapon warfare against you to steal your land and build smart cities as they please. And will send a freaking hurricane to destroy you, man. It did that to South Carolina. And these are people that trusted in the shadow of Egypt. You see, don't trust in the enemy, man. You don't elect an enemy to be put over you that's giving you false promises and sinisterly smiling in your face that they have your back, when neither parties have your back at all. At all, man. They both work for the same monster, which is Amalek. And Amalek right now is getting ready to wage war on the whole earth. Well, he already has. But he's waging war heavy with Iran. And both parties have politically shown their support, coincidentally, for the head boss in charge over the land of Israel. They running shit over here. You got many U.S. cities that people are dying, starvation, and homeless, struggling for jobs, and they need help, assistance from the government, and have been denied. You got people that had their whole lives ruined and wrecked from Hurricane Helen and Hurricane Milton, and they can't even get, $2,000 to help get on their feet. They got to beg for $700 and got to pay the shit back. But meanwhile, they sending billions in aid over there to Ukraine. And you want to line up to go vote for them to continue to do that to you. Y'all mad, man. You lost your damn mind. So real soon after this election, you guys are going to experience your confusion and your high level of disappointment. Because your rights are about to be stripped. And society is going to be collapsing very soon. Very soon, man. And when they push a device out here that's going to try to force you to place in your body, that's going to track you, you're really going to be upset. Because some of y'all, sadly, are going to be begging to even take it. The MOTB, the Revelation 13 and 16, the mark of the you-know-what. It's coming. So this is just a quick lesson, late night. Lord's will is edifying. Just to rebuke this whole voting shit, man. You're about to find out. So then I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Tell us the truth and will well. Salutations to you, hopefully pushing us truth and honesty, sincerity. Shalom.